Hello and welcome to yet another exciting and soon-to-be jam-packed episode of the We Think It's Funny podcast. I'm Daniel LaBelle. I'm sitting here with Mark Schiff. How you doing, Mark?
All right, Danny. Good to see you. I haven't seen you since yesterday.
I'm going to talk fast the entire show.
Yeah.
And we've got a great friend of mine, very, very funny dude in the studio with us. Danny Jollis is here. How you doing, Danny?
I'm doing great. How are you?
It's great to have you here, man.
It's an honor.
Slow down with the name a little, because give him,
Okay, I like that.
You do?
I felt good about that.
How do you say your last name exactly?
Jolles.
Because people mispronounce it
Constantly.
Yeah.
What do they say, Jollis?
Jolles, Jollies, Hoyas. Yeah, those are kind of the big three, and then from there it can go in any direction.
What's the worst you've ever heard?
Yeah, what did they make fun as a kid?
As a kid, making fun, not too much. I mean, it was just always like...
Jolly?
Yeah, jolly, but like...
Jelly?
It was more just loser. But then I think like... but then... I think the worst one is when people get... Because it gets in people's head. It's
right.
A tricky name because it doesn't look that hard, right?
Right.
You're not like... You don't see it like, whoa. You're like, oh, yeah. But then it gets in your head. So a lot of time hosts will... They'll be cocky. Because I'll always lead. I'll always be like, hey, it's Jollis. Like, I don't have a jaw. And they go, okay.
Jollis.
And they don't really take it in. And then I watch them go on stage, and they'll all of a sudden like get to it and have kind of a panic attack. And so, yeah, the ones that'll always make me laugh is when they'll be like, "He's welcome to the stage, Danny."
Yeah.
And they'll just give up on it, and that always makes me chuckle.
What kind of name is Jollis?
It's Austrian.
Austrian. From the Alps?
No clue.
Okay.
That was the amount I knew.
Who came from Austria?
My dad's grandfather.
And my mom's mom.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
We could be related.
We could be. During the pogroms, I believe. They left around that time.
No, then no.
Oh, you guys were later or earlier?
No, I'm just saying we have nothing to do with that.
Oh, you have nothing to do with that?
Pogrom.
You're not Jewish?
No, yeah, we are.
I was like, you gotta be Jewish.
I'm just being stupid.
Oh.
Not related to anyone who has to do with the pogroms.
Family favorite film, Sound of Music?
Family favorite film, Sound of Music? No. I like
Austria, Vienna.
Oh, I know. It was great. Great.
Edelweiss.
You look happy to see me.
Tall and
All right, it's enough, Mark.
Okay.
Sound of Music really uses what I call the surprise Nazi trope in musicals, where out of nowhere Nazis show up. It is a classic musical move.
Really?
It's this really fun musical, and then out of nowhere Nazis. Cabaret, Nazis. Like,
and I haven't
seen
seen Nazis. Ralph. I am 16 going. It was the last good singing Nazi, and then we had to wait for Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
All the singing.
There was
Nazis.
no Nazis in between?
Singing.
Singing Nazis?
Singing Nazis. Let's see. Man, Fiddler on the Roof isn't Nazis.
No. Can't
But
think of
to
any.
be fair, when Rolf is singing I Am 16 going on 17, he's pre-Nazi. He's not yet Nazi at that point.
He's in the Nazi.
Well, he's getting ready.
He's in the Nazi incubator,
He's
perhaps.
there.
You think he's full Nazi?
I think at that point he doesn't love Jews.
Yeah.
Maybe still on the fence a little.
There was no fence with Ralph.
It's cooking. It's definitely baking
That's a
at that
beautiful
point.
song, though. I'm 16.
Oh, I mean, that musical. I'm a big musical guy.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful musical.
What's your favorite musical? Sorry.
Modern Book of Mormon, I think is spectacular. And then if we were to go like out of that world, it gets tougher. I mean, every day of the week and twice on Sunday, I can walk into Phantom and leave happy.
Really?
Love a Phantom.
What about you, Mark?
Musicals?
Yeah.
West Side Story.
That's what I was going to say. That's the best. You can't get better than that.
I've seen 6 live versions of it. 2 I didn't even understand. But West Side Story, I can't live without. Why am I? Sound of Music, tremendous. Not so much the modern. Of course, whatchamacallit, Fiddler.
Sure, you call that modern?
What's your favorite lyric in a song in West Side Story? Like,
Good one there.
Yeah.
What a
Good one.
question.
Yeah. I think in the Jet song, the whole thing is everything about that movie.
I can tell
is
you
just
mine.
Yeah.
Come on, something. Don't be shy. Meet a guy. Pull up a chair.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know which one? the line that Tony said about my address is yesterday I had no address, today in Maria. We'll come up with it later.
Okay.
But fantastic. Did you see the Mel Brooks documentary?
Not yet.
Okay, so in it, they say there would be no Book of Mormon without Mel Brooks first doing his play.
Totally fair.
Yeah. Thank you.
Totally fair. I think Mel Brooks. Yeah, I think that's a totally fair.
It was amazing. He wrote 16 songs for.
He wrote them.
He wrote all the songs.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he did tremendous. I mean, The Producers is a tremendous modern musical to me.
Yeah.
Like, top.
Now, I tried to watch the Netflix on Heart. Rogers and Hart.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't get through it. It was so flipping awful. And I know people like it. It's brand new on Netflix.
Okay.
What's it called? Do we even know what's coming out anymore? What is it called?
I can't remember. I
too many
get
things.
so sick
There's
watching.
too many things.
Well, are we advertising anything anymore?
Somebody sent me yesterday things to watch, and he put 17 shows I've never heard of on this list. I might as well just retire, move to Palm Springs, and follow this list. It'll take me. I'll be dead by the time I've seen everything.
Well, that's nice.
I don't watch many shows. I think I've talked to you about this before, but I watch almost no television. But when I get into
you
a
sit
show,
in front of it and stare at it. No,
not at all. I never watch TV, but
What's your
when
choice?
I do, I get into something. Danny was on one of the few shows I really liked and watched. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
It's one of the best.
Terrific. And a great musical.
Great musical. Great show. Yeah, I think I've always said I'm a small enough part of that show that I think I can talk about it like in a full, like, it is great. It doesn't sound braggy to be like it's great because I wasn't a big enough part of it that I can be like.
Well, you were a big enough part that I enjoyed your character and everything.
I'm a part of it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the show, I also think I can be like arbitrarily pulled back enough to be like, it is a spectacular show that everybody should see, which you can't right now because it's nowhere.
Really?
Yes.
why is that? Why is it nowhere?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's not up to me.
Legal.
Well, you could see the
gotta be legal.
songs on YouTube they're probably
They're
on YouTube,
everywhere.
right?
Yes, they're on YouTube, but it went off Netflix about a year ago, and it just hasn't gone anywhere. And it's like, I'm sure there's some sort of legal fight over it.
It has to be.
There's probably a legal fight, and I don't know about it.
Get involved. Get
I think it's
involved.
the,
This is me getting involved.
Put on
saying,
your gloves. Let's go.
This is me getting involved. Hey, lawyers, figure out what streamer gets Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and put it back on the streamers.
Ooh, that was harsh words, Danny Jollis.
And if you don't, I hope you're ready for me to show up on another podcast in about a year and bring it up again.
doing the West Side Story snapping for you to get the.
There's great snapping in there.
There you go. Raise the temperature a little bit.
How did you get the show? Audition? They see you live? Did you go in?
So,
How'd that happen?
great question. I've known Rachel, the star and creator of the show, since college.
Rachel Bloom.
Rachel Bloom.
Rachel Bloom.
I've been just doing comedy with her forever. And so at some point, show went. She went to pilot. She kept doing the show. And then, you can't get your friend on a TV show. It's just like, that is a complete lie. And so Rachel was like, I just want to get, she's so nice. And she was like, she just wanted to get me a credit. Because it was like, I had credits, but it'd be like, nice to get me
Were
one
you in
more.
the union already?
Yes, yes, I was in the union at that point. So I'd done stuff, but it was like one more TV show would be a big helper.
Yeah.
And so she had me audition for one line, which was in a song. It was like, friend from college you forgot about. And it was like the whole line. Didn't book it. Classic. That's what I do. Then I go, a couple weeks later, the cast director brings me in again for another one-line lawyer role, like rapping lawyer.
She keeps saying, bring him in, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
She's
good.
trying to bring me in.
Yeah, nice.
But then the casting director, Felicia Fasano, who's the best, I come in to do that one, and she's like, "You were here before," and I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "You're funny," and I was like, "Thank you." She's like, "Can you read this other role?" And that was George. And I went out into the hallway, learned it really quick, and I went from that's the one I booked. Went from 1 line to 4 lines.
Big deal.
But a big deal. And it was 4 lines in season 1. But when I showed up to set, Rachel was like, she was like, "I wanted you to be a rapping lawyer." That was the whole point of this. And I was like, "I'm not a rapping lawyer now. No, I'm this guy." She was like, "Ugh." And she literally was like, "Could this guy be a part of the rapping lawyer group?" And they were like, "It wouldn't really make sense." But then at the end, she was like, "I guess you're technically in the office." And it was like, that's interesting. And then season 2 comes around, and like halfway through season 2, they just were like, they were like, "Oh, this guy technically is in the office." It was an episode. They just needed like an office guy. And then from there, it just like, kind of snowballed. And
wow,
the character
beautiful.
just grew.
That's interesting. I'm glad you asked that question because I would have never guessed that that's how that went. Did you go to NYU together?
Yeah, we went to NYU together.
Okay.
And we were in Hammer Cats, which was a sketch comedy group together.
Okay.
And then I would do, Rachel like always tell a story of like me lugging her computer down the streets of like, man, I was in her show at UCB. She was in a ton of my sketches. Like, we've just done comedy together for so long. And then it was like crazy that it like worked out where we ended up on a show together.
Pretty
and,
cool.
Like, getting to like, it was awesome. It was the coolest experience.
The sketch show like? Where did you perform?
No, it was Hammer Cats was an NYU sketch group, so we perform at like NYU and then sometimes like UCB and random places.
Did you live near NYU, near Waverly or in the Village? Mm-hmm. Where?
My freshman year, I lived in Hayden, which is like I'd say the nicest of the dorms.
The big buildings?
Yeah, huge.
Yeah,
huge.
I know.
And they were filming I Am Legend at some point during that year. So the whole park got shut down for like half the year. And they would at night, like, these massive fight scenes would be taking place in this. It was horrible. Massive lights up in this, massive lights up, just beaming directly into our rooms.
Washington Square
Park.
So where do people get their drugs if they close the park down?
I don't know if you know New York City. There's a lot of ways to get drugs in New York
really?
City. You
Not
can go
just the
to any other corner, you see.
Mark used to be selling on those corners.
Yeah.
I lived in Soho.
Did you really?
For years.
That's awesome. So we went to, from there, I went to Soho. I lived in Broome. Yeah.
Broome and Spring or
Yep.
Prince, yeah.
Yep. Lived in
I
that
lived
one.
on Prince and Worcester.
Wow. Yeah, I lived down there, and then I went to Union Square, off campus.
14th Street.
Yeah, we had a bunch of us got a place there. And then
Did you grow up in New York?
Nah, Virginia.
Virginia?
Yeah,
I didn't think anyone is from Virginia.
nobody does. We're out here,
What part of Virginia?
Fairfax County.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You know it?
Yeah, I know it. Why?
I'm curious. I want to know what you know.
Big Civil War town.
Huge Civil War town. So all of Virginia.
Yeah.
All of Virginia. If you want to know about the Civil War,
Go to
look at Virginia. Because Virginia is basically where the Civil War is fought.
Are there other comics from Virginia that you know?
Patton Oswalt is from my area. Who else? There's a solid amount. I didn't start there, but yeah, we have a couple. And then DC is really like, that's where the big ones are.
Have you talked to Patton about being from Virginia?
Yeah. I was like, you're the one. I mean, particularly when I was like a kid and starting, it was like Patton was like, oh my God, he's from this area and he's a professional comedian. It was like an actor. It was like the coolest.
Do you know him? Are you friendly with him?
Yeah. He's the nicest guy on the planet.
Hopefully he's coming on here soon, he says. So,
really?
Yeah, we're excited.
He's one of the ones.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones I'm like, you should meet Patton Oswalt. He'll make you happy.
That's good.
Yeah. He's one of the good ones.
So what was the Jewish scene like growing up?
Not big. So I refer to myself as a rogue Jew growing up.
Rogue.
Yeah.
R-O-U-G.
R-O-G.
U-E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually Jews live in groups. We were
isolated from the group?
Yeah, DC has a lot of Jews. Maryland has a lot of Jews. Where I grew up, no Jews.
Was there any participation?
What do you mean?
Holidays?
Family? Yeah. Oh, we still grew up. So we had, I went to NVHC, Northern Virginia Hebrew Congregation, which is a sign of how big the Jewish community is, that it was called All of Northern Virginia Hebrew Congregation.
Right. Every Jew.
Every Jew in this area.
Jew in this area congregation.
But so it was very small. But it was, I grew up Jewish.
Yeah.
Did all the things.
Good. Have you been to the Israel?
No.
10 times. How many times have you been?
I don't know, maybe 5? Maybe?
Me and Israel have had a contentious relationship since I was a kid, so I turned down birthright.
Oh, you did? What happened?
I turned it down. I was like, I don't
free
like
trip. Did you turn it down a free trip?
Yeah,
this is serious.
I know. I've had
it's like a fireman turning
I've
down
had
donuts.
problems with this country, and I've said we got to figure it out. And when they do, I'll be there. But
they haven't figured it out yet.
They haven't quite yet figured it out. So
what's lacking?
I think they could work on. I think they could work on their leadership a little bit, and it would be my stance. And I think it's probably from there. It's a trickier conversation, but I would say that like it's it's I also don't know much about it. Like,
right.
That my number one thing is I've never been there. I don't know much about it. You
think it's safe?
Safe
place to go?
Yeah. I mean, as safe as anywhere else. I went to Egypt for a wedding.
You're right in the neighborhood.
Right in the neighborhood. I've been to Egypt, never been to Israel. And I went to Egypt, and
was it a Jewish wedding?
No. No. If you can believe it, it was not.
Because our people used to be there, right?
Yes, and I believe famously.
We don't have the real estate anymore.
We're moved out of it. Yeah. Famously,
Famously,
we're kicked out, and so. But I went there, and but that is a place where like it's 3 out of 4 on the dude. It's like Russia's a 4. The U.S. government puts it as a 3 of like this is not a particularly safe place to go.
Right.
And then you factor on Jewish.
Right. Yeah.
And then you factor on like my wife is a blonde white woman. We were really nervous, and my dad knew somebody there, and he sort of took us around for a couple of days. And the first day we met him, we were like, safety wise, like, how do you feel?
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you mean? Yeah. And I goes, and
I like the eyes squint on.
Yeah.
Well, because he kept trying to understand it. I was like, safety.
Do it again. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
That's good. That's a good eyes squint.
And I was like, safety. And finally he goes, we don't really have guns here. Nothing's going to happen to you. He's like, don't be an idiot.
They do have mummies, though. That's kind of scary.
Yeah,
on another level.
Mummies and tape.
Yeah. So those come a lot. If those come a lot,
somebody comes at you with tape.
That's true.
Run.
Be careful.
Yeah.
They got a big spool of white tape.
Yeah.
That can escalate quick.
Get out.
Yeah. What did you think of Egypt?
Cairo is like so beautiful, and it's just like it's truly. You travel. I've traveled a decent amount around the world, and I don't say this in like an attacky way, but I will say when you go to there's a lot of places you go, particularly when you go to a city. When you go, even though I'm in another country, it's kind of just a city.
Yeah,
it's kind of just city. The signs are different. There's little specifics that are different, but we're just doing a city.
Right.
We're doing a city.
Yeah.
Cairo is a place where you go, this is another planet in a sense. Like the way they're doing city is so different, but beautiful in its own way.
My kids went. They absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
There's a couple of places I wish I could have gone to, which is Iran, Iraq. I mean, because it's another world.
Yes, that's how it felt being there.
That's what it is. And Egypt is one of those places.
Morocco
Syria,
is like that.
Morocco.
Yeah.
Have you been to Morocco?
I have.
Have you been?
No.
You got to go.
Wow.
Now.
Why? I was like,
no, Casablanca is amazing, but Marrakesh is like another world. Place. It's a magical kind of existence.
So I was in Tangier. I'll tell you what happened. I was I took a ferry from Algeciras, which is at the tip of Spain. It's an overnight ferry, and it lands in Tangier. I was by myself. And I get to Tangier, and I check into this very cheap hotel. I was on a big budget. And I learned a word, which is amshi, which means get lost. Like, because there's a lot of...
right away they knew to say that to you?
No, I learned the word because they said you're going to be bothered by street people asking for money. Learn this word.
Amshi.
Yes. Amshi. Get lost.
Okay.
So this guy comes over to me and says, something about money. I said, Amshi. He goes, where are you from? So I said, I live here. Which is a total lie.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, you don't. He goes, I saw you get off the ferry a week ago.
Oh, wow.
That was scary.
Yeah,
that was scary. Wow. And then I gave him a couple bucks to leave me alone.
The Amchi didn't work.
Yeah.
By the way,
yes.
if you go to a country like Israel, and I'm not selling it to you because I've been 10 times, all 3 of my boys, you have kids?
No.
Okay, so I got 3 boys. They were bar mitzvah there. But you don't have to participate and like the government in order to visit certain places.
So it's completely. And
you know what I mean?
And
I would go to China. I don't love the government. I hate the government. But,
Totally. I think at some point, maybe I'll end up there. I think early for me, it was just kind of this, like, it left a real... Because the way you go early is birthright, right? That's the way most people go the first time. And I don't like being sold. I don't like being sold. My dad's a salesman.
Mm-hmm. My dad's sold like they're trying to sell you on it.
That's what birthright is. They try to sell you on it.
What does your dad sell?
My dad's a sales trainer.
For what?
He teaches you how to sell. So he would
sell anything.
Yeah. So he'll get hired by a car dealership or any. So
he was
company.
always using sales tactics on you as a kid. So you rebelled against.
So it? I know sales unbelievably
but did you
well,
feel like
and I didn't like that the birthright felt like a sell. And I went, if I go there someday, and I will probably at some point, hopefully.
You been offered a gig there?
No.
No, you should talk to Avi Lieberman. You know Avi?
No.
Oh, he brings like 10 comedians a year there.
No.
Many people you know.
I am sure. I don't have a hard X over it. I'm just, but the only thing was the birthright. I said, you're not going to sell me. You're not going to sell me. If I go, I'm going to go, but I'm not going to be sold.
How did they sell the circumcision to you?
It was before I was able to unsell.
Oh, really? They didn't ask you first?
They didn't ask me if you can believe. I know.
How about you? Did they ask you if you want to be circumcised?
I did it myself.
Really?
Yeah, I had a kit.
Wow.
Wow. It was a quick kit. I bought it in one of those, those egg machines?
Yeah.
It was in one of the egg machines.
You thought you were gonna get a little Bulbasaur, and you got
it was a circumcision kit.
Yeah,
and then once you get whatever's in the egg, you want to use it. So
yeah,
totally.
Wow.
You can't turn down a good egg prize.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, of course.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say my dad. Yeah, teaches people how to sell. And
so I'm just wondering, did you feel like he manipulated you with sales tactics as a kid?
I would say it was yes, but then also for sure. But then also you would have to kind of sell him on things. Where it was like, if you want to go somewhere, it's like,
sell me on this.
Why should you go?
It was training
what are the
you
reasons?
So you're like the most unsalesy person because you got overwhelmed by sales.
Simultaneously unsalesy and also like the last day job I had was commission sales, and I murdered it.
Really?
I mean, I can
you
sell.
Did well.
I want to know give me 5 quick tips on how to go from not a good salesman to great salesman.
So what my dad would teach
Show him that shirt that he's wearing now. He just tried it on in Macy's.
So what my dad would teach, and I'll get into what I'll get into the shirt is what I'll say is my dad teaches customer-centered selling. That's the name of his first book. That's sort of the one I know the best.
Customer what?
Customer-centered selling.
Yeah.
So what sales is we're solving a problem that you don't yet know you have. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So the best example is you sell me this pen, right? That's like kind of the most famous version. Mm-hmm. The pen, usually, how often are you in dire need of a pen?
Not often.
Not often.
Right.
So the way you sell a pen isn't by what kind of pen do you... People get very caught up in the type of pen. But what you say is you go, nobody thinks you need a pen until the moment you're in your house. And you go, why don't we have any fucking pens in the house? Mm-hmm. Nobody thinks you need to replace your car until the day your car dies on the highway. Mm-hmm. So what a good salesman does is they go, and it's truly kind to be like, you have a problem. I know we both know you're going to run out of pens. We both know your car is going to break down. So rather than if we could see the future, we buy this the day before it breaks down. But we don't know the future. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy it today. We're going to take care of this problem. Maybe you did it a year early. Maybe you did it a day early.
Wow.
But we're going to take care of this problem.
Okay.
Excellent.
That's good.
Wow. How long are you married?
3 years.
So did you sell yourself to your wife or she sell herself to you to make this happen?
I mean...
Because there's got to be salesmanship when you get married. Somebody's buying something.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
And somebody's selling.
Well, and I'm definitely the tougher sell. So I would say that, I definitely... she definitely, but you know, I don't know. I still don't really understand what happened when it comes
You're
to...
mumbling already like a married man.
Because I'm like, I don't quite know what happened. I don't know how she got into
I can see
this.
the mumble, the
You don't
early
know.
marriage mumble. I don't know what happened. It was
Yeah.
like almost like a prize fight that's been knocked out, and you
Yeah,
wake
yeah.
up and you're married.
You know, so my last hour, which I'm like, I still haven't really put out, but it's very much me defending marriage. Because I was like, I think marriage is really cool.
Right.
I'm still very into the marriage thing. There's challenges. Sure.
Mark doesn't know anything about that.
No.
Right?
There's challenge. Are you married to what
No, married.
Married.
36 years.
Oh, it's amazing.
4 different women, but it added up.
Well, okay. Well, okay.
36 years, one wife. We just passed it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It is amazing. It's beyond amazing.
Yeah.
Because I don't like her. So, I mean, I don't know. I have hung in there. It's torture. No, she's wonderful, great, and 36 years.
Yeah.
And he's married 20, so.
No,
No,
not
12.
12. No, I'm not married 12, am I?
An hour. How are you married?
I got married in 2015. What does that mean? 11?
11.
Yeah.
And you have
11.
a 40-year-old child?
A 40-year-old. Well, yeah, a 40-year-old child, sure. But
Right
that's
after your
because
circumcision.
that was from. Yeah, that was,
You went
I was-
wild.
I was an out-of-controlled kid. What do you want? I just was, back then in the 80s, that kind of thing happened.
It was a different time.
Right.
Do you remember your last single day?
What a great question. I mean,
Remember how much fun you were having?
if you can believe it, I wasn't crushing the game as a single. But that said, I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this on stage of like, it was such a shame I met my wife because I really was for the first time hitting my stride as a single.
Wow.
I was really the line I used on stage is I was like Barry Sanders. I hung my cleats right as I
Wow.
got it down.
Wow.
So she was a shortstop. She cut it off before it got to the outfield.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I was really going to start hitting some dingers, and
Yeah, she was there.
stopped
with
that.
she
the
stopped.
mitt.
Yeah, she got there. I was really getting good. Yeah,
Too bad, huh?
I know.
She sensed it.
In AA, they tell you to always remember your last drink, so you don't forget. So your last single day.
My last single day. So I'm not going to count like I'm going to go pre-meeting my wife, right?
Okay,
Because I met her, but then, yeah. I mean, I remember like the last girl I hooked up with before my wife,
Hooked up.
so to speak.
We didn't use
that's
those
what we
words
used to.
when I
That's
was
what we
growing
used
up.
to.
What did you use
That's
to
what we
use?
used to
What
say
word
back
would
then.
you say?
Get together.
Oh.
That's sweet.
Hooked up is like fishing, It's
Okay.
like, got her on the hook. But go ahead, please.
Yeah, and I just remember that like experience, and just it was fine. It was very, but it was very at that. It's almost like I think sometimes there can be a monotony to marriage, right? Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes married people forget the monotony of single life. Even though it's a different person, it's you're kind of ground. It's kind of all the same basic date. It's all the same basic hook. It gets very Groundhog Day-y. And marriage is this progression forward. Sometimes some months in a negative direction, some months in a positive direction.
Yeah.
But it is moving forward in a direction in a way that being single, particularly once you like the fight's out and you're like, I'm no longer like like now I'm just sort of like a single person and it's kind of working and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
It does get very Groundhog Day. I don't miss it that much.
Yeah, neither do I.
What a great answer.
That is a great answer.
That was really
You're
good.
complimenting yourself here?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
really good.
It was good.
Every now and then you got to be like Groundhog Day was single to moving forward. I mean, put that on
That
stage.
was beautiful, yeah.
Jesus.
I've never seen someone so self-congratulatory.
I mean, I couldn't believe you guys didn't jump in and say that was brilliant.
I was
Great
just-
answer. I really know how to answer things on a podcast.
Unbelievable.
I'm really firing with all cylinders here today.
No, you had me in on
Yeah.
that one. I really, it was enjoyable and it was great. But you're right. You get to a point where you just are done talking about, as Seinfeld said, your sister's Hyundai Elantra.
Yes.
Enough with this. You just can't do another conversation getting to know somebody.
What do you mean? Oh, I see.
Yes.
You're on a date and she goes,
Right.
so what kind of car is your sister
Yes.
drive? Oh,
Yeah,
Hyundai
you do.
Elantra. It's
Yeah,
very
no,
nice.
you
It's
do
very nice.
that first date just over and over again, and it's fun and it is interesting. And I do remember like
Did you pick them up at their house? Were you of that generation?
No,
I was.
It's so weird. I never had any of this. I'm sorry. I just don't. When
did you meet your wife?
So when I
prison.
My first girlfriend,
Beautiful.
the first girl who I was with, first girlfriend, was with her for about 2.5 years, and then after her, I was with another girl for about 3 years, and then back to the first girl for a few months. And then,
back to the other one for 3 days.
Yeah.
Back to her for an hour and a half. And
then I was with another girl for a summer, and then I met my wife. That's it.
But
there was one girl I dated briefly in college, but that's about it. I never went on dates. I never went on dates where I told people anything.
Yeah.
So you had 8 years of freebies.
I never went maybe more than a month without a stable relationship of some sort.
Were you afraid to be alone?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
What's so funny about that?
It was a very piercing question.
Yeah.
It was a very...
I'm afraid to be alone. Don't leave me, guys.
Yeah.
Stay in the bus.
I felt that one when you asked it. I went, oh.
The reason I asked it because I was one of those guys.
Yeah.
I never enjoyed being alone, and it bothered me. It scared me, and it was terrible.
Well, I'll tell you, I love being alone. I love being alone.
Especially when you're married.
Well,
more than ever now.
Genuinely? Well, I actually think one of the keys for our marriage, and I really don't understand how other couples do it, is that I'm on the road and I work.
Yes.
I go.
It's a marriage saver.
Those 2 to 3 days.
Yes.
Of I get to just be alone in a room.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not like that.
I come back so excited to see my. I think it's actually very romantic. I come back so excited to see my wife, but for those 2 or 3 days, just to reset, be alone in a room, talk to myself because I talk to myself a lot. Just boom.
What do you talk about with yourself?
It's basically how I became a stand-up comic, is I would just constantly rant.
Like out loud?
Oh, yeah.
Out loud you're talking to yourself?
Like a psychopath. Yes. My wife describes it like she'll hear it in my office, just like...
Really?
Me just being like...
Are you going over new stuff, or are you just talking?
Sometimes new stuff. Sometimes it's just talking. Sometimes it's a conversation I have to have later that I'm running, doing the fake run through. Like, hey, listen, if we're going to, I think that this deal makes sense, and like, we just need to get it done.
It's
and me talking to like my reps, like being like, listen, like enough's enough. Like, we need to lock in. Like, like
wow. Do you do that, Mark? Do you talk to yourself out loud?
No, not even. I used to, and I learned that, excuse me, never get in an argument with somebody in your car if there's nobody in your car with you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
I'm telling a big story about this on stage right now.
Are you?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm telling a big story about an argument in my car with somebody, and then I actually had the argument with the guy.
Wow.
And what changed and what went differently. And
you learned from that argument in the car? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you go, the line I use is I approach this guy, keep in mind, this is my 8th time performing this. Yeah. Because it was like, I had 7 run-throughs of this fight with this guy.
Wow. In your car?
In my car. Yeah. Being like, let me tell you something, you son of a bitch. Oh, sorry, I cursed. Let me tell you something. Like, just giving it to him. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, looked him in the eye, said it, and he was, the line without giving away the story, he just was, it was this moment of his reaction. I just went, oh, you're not a car, you're a human.
Yeah.
I forgot you were a human.
I'm sitting here and I'm listening to the two of you, and I realize I'm surrounded by crazy people, and I'm starting to feel maybe I would do better being alone.
Yeah.
You guys are fighting with people who aren't even there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I do in the car? I sing. I'll
sing too.
I do. Yeah,
I'll sing too.
I'll sing.
I do concur with you. The road, my wife will agree, has helped my marriage, tremendously. I don't know, and she will tell me sometimes it's a pleasure to have you out of the house and gone.
My wife says the exact same thing.
And you're good with that?
Oh, yeah.
You understand it?
Oh, I understand it.
Much better than some screaming, crying partner that when you leave, don't leave me alone here. You don't want that.
Well, you can't. I mean, you can't be married to someone and do this and have that.
No.
And like, it isn't that she isn't sometimes like sometimes I'll hit like a dark patch where it's just like weekend, and I pick up and then a corporate, and then so actually I leave on Wednesday, and then I end up here, and it's just like, sometimes she's like, it'd be great to see you for a hot second, but yeah, she can handle it.
What does she do?
What does she do?
Your wife?
She's a manager now.
Where at?
Luber Rockland.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's a company.
Okay.
It's a management company.
She's a manager at a management company.
Yeah.
She's upper management?
She's like a manager of writers and actors. And,
Oh,
and people
that
like
kind of manager.
kind of
Oh, a
thing.
manager.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you
see.
play it back, that is the word I used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought she was a manager of managers
No,
that manage things.
No. She's a manager of writers.
Slice, can you give a little air, please?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. It's a little warm, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Wow.
So there are people who are just in management, right? That aren't managers.
Yes. So this is something I'm running into a lot because on the road I talk about my wife on stage. Inevitably after shows, people are like, "What does she do?" Because I really build her up
Right.
on stage
Wow.
in a very that's what I was saying. Like my whole hour is like really about like the greatness of marriage. So by the end, you're like,
I got to marry this guy's wife.
yeah, like everybody's
Yeah.
like, it's very. The line I say, and I love this line, is like, when you get married, you get handed many wonderful gifts, but one of them is the easiest joke on earth, which is my wife. And you can always say it, and it'll always get a laugh. Mm-hmm. But the harder part is to talk about why we're doing it, and that's what my hour is really. That's what this hour is about.
Are we going to see the hour?
At some point, if some
Is it filmed already?
No, I have another one filmed. I'm behind. I'm in trouble.
By the way, I'll go to wife thing. When I get off stage, if my wife is at the show, which doesn't happen too much anymore,
Yeah.
they will say to her, "Are you really okay when he says all those things about you?"
Yeah.
It's the opposite of what you seem to get.
And look, she catches shrapnel, to be clear.
Because mine is about the horrors of marriage. Complete opposite of
Mark
yours, right?
stays in the marriage just for material and how
Yeah,
much
it's
he doesn't like the
unbelievable.
marriage.
She's made me so much money that she doesn't know about.
I mean, she definitely. I mean, there's a joke of mine about I refer to marriage as it's not a ball and chain, it's a rope and a blimp. And it's all about this blimp lifting you up, pulling you down, lifting you up, pulling you down. And a part of the joke is like, is me being, because I do it for a while, and then I'm like, you want to know how great my blimp is? She knows about this joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? I'm an idiot? You don't think this is approved? You think I'm just doing a suicide mission out here? Like, yeah, she knows. And then so the next special, the special that is filmed, that is going to hopefully come out, hopefully like halfway through this year, is it's the story of a year. So I filmed myself for a year, and I would film a set every month, 5 minutes. And so you see kind of things happen in my life,
Oh, wow.
and then you see it on stage. And it tells the
You
story.
do a lot of creative stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the downfall of me, but I do like it.
I want to understand this more.
Yeah.
But by the way, there was a marriage joke I once had about a gay marriage, the balls and chain.
Huh?
So
That's
anyway,
very funny.
Yeah. Explain this a little more.
So it started
you
on my
5
30
minutes.
So it started on my 36th birthday.
Okay.
I did a set, and I said today's my birthday, and
A full set you filmed.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
A 5 minute set. Okay.
5 minutes, just saying this is my birthday, blah blah. And then I would film myself that month, living life, doing things, and
in front of an audience.
Nope, just
No,
living life
okay, gotcha.
at home with my wife, doing things. And then, based on the stuff that was happening in my life, I would do another 5 minutes, and it was on those events. And so you see
When would the next 5 take place?
a month later,
A month later. Okay.
and so you see.
So it's 3 year.
You see the events that lead to
The
the
material,
jokes,
yeah.
and then what you really see is what I went into it thinking would be the story of a year and what happens in a year and what I would hopefully learn in the year, and then you see what happens in a year, which is what it's called, which is like some really beautiful stuff happens, some really frustrating stuff happens, and
she in it?
my wife is in it. Yes,
This is a great idea. I love this.
I do
It's-
too. I wish you luck with it. And I hope it
it's,
goes well.
I will say that it is. I will never do it again. It is an absolute nightmare to live through, and I will say that most people cry at the end. I will say it is a very emotional special. It did
Has
not.
anybody seen it?
Was not in the. Yeah, it's within closed circles. It's been seen.
I'd love to see it. Can I be in a closed circle?
Yeah, you can text me.
Yeah,
I'll
I'd
send it
love
to you.
to see it.
Can you open the circle for one more?
No,
No, you're out.
Yes.
Mark, you said you watched a special of Danny's where he did like
6 parts.
Yeah.
Right. Also, a very interesting idea. Different
you.
venues.
Yes.
You're at the where they're working out. You're at the barbershop, right? You had similar topics, but not about marriage, love, sex. Are those topics in there? Tell us about that. How that and it was interesting. It was good. Of course, it was funny.
Thank you. I mean that one was the OG and kind of was the perfect setup where I was friends with this company called Don't Tell Comedy. They did shows in weird places. They had never filmed anything before, and we said, what if we film something? And the thing, what I try to do is I try to play to what I do. And at the time, I hadn't really gotten to headline a ton, but I just done a lot of stand-up. So I had these really great 10-minute sets that flowed beautifully. And I didn't really have it. But as an hour, it was always like, in my mind, I was always like, it's kind of chunked up. So it just fit what I was doing at the time to do the 6 parts. And I love that special.
So in each part, you did a full set. We don't see
In each part, I would do 20. I would do usually 2 sections per filming. And then
20-minute sections?
I would do 2. So each one was 10 minutes. We had 6
So you
shows.
got an audience coming in just for 10 minutes?
So I would hop on these random shows.
I see.
So it's what makes that one special versus my second special versus this third one, which is We're Back, which was a lot of times when you film a special, it's your crowd.
Right.
So they show up, they're fired up. That first special, they weren't my crowd. They were just people at a show.
That's what we need to see what we have.
And I think that that's way better, and I think it speaks more to the comedy. Same with this What Happens in a Year. The crowd never knew what it was until the last set. The last set was
you said something just really interesting here. Most specials are filmed in front of audiences that love the person that's doing the special.
Yes.
This was not that.
This was not that.
This was just a random
My
audience.
second special, You Choose, those are my people.
Right.
And it was much easier comedically. It's much easier to film in front of your people. Yeah. So this,
but you learn more by filming not filming in front of your people.
I think there's a level. What I like is there's such a buy-in when people are your fans.
Right.
And even I feel it now on the road where like I'm very lucky where people will come to see me, and I'm so grateful that they do.
Yeah.
And, particularly in some cities where people come and it's so nice. But one thing I'll feel is I'll be like, they're so excited to see me. It's so easy to start. You don't have to think about your start.
Right.
Versus there's a set I want to put out. It's not a special. Maybe I'm going to put it out at some point. But I really want to put it out because I'm going to start it by saying this isn't a special. It was just a special show. Because it's just one camera in the back of a room. But it was a show at this comedy club, and there was a comic named Casey Rocket who was supposed to do a weekend there. Casey Rocket is a Kill Tony guy, very funny, but a different world than me.
Right.
We're just in very different comedic worlds. Not saying one's better than the other. We're just different worlds.
Different worlds.
He had to cancel that week. He canceled the week of. So I substituted in for his crowd. And I think it's just such a special show because you see me have to win them and make them believe in me. Make them believe in you as a comedian.
This is
that one's just filmed. It's just one camera in the back of a room, but I just think it's such a unique show.
Yeah,
to be like
you're doing a mass conversion.
Yes, to be like the opening line is me. I go out and I go, well. If it isn't the man you didn't pay to see.
Wow.
It probably behooved you to have that sales training and comedy is sales.
100%. You have to sell people on yourself. You have to sell people
on the material.
And yeah, I mean, I think
you have to sell people on what you think is funny.
Yes, and
we think it's funny.
Well, I think that's actually what gets me in trouble a lot of times in comedy, and particularly in modern comedy, is like the ethics sales versus just put out 1,000 pieces, put out bad. I don't want to say bad stand-up, but put out crowd work and hecklers and kind of the lazier stuff that does better.
Right, I agree.
And ethical sales would say, but that's not the product we're selling.
Right.
Right.
And that's you're cheapening your product by putting that out. I have been proven wrong over time that seems to not be the way audiences view it. But to me, I think that's where sales has really hurt me, actually, is I still think, like, this is a product. I don't want to cheapen the product.
I'm the same way. I don't like any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I understand that I'm wrong.
I'm wrong. I'm not. I'm very openly like, I'm wrong, clearly. I'm clearly in the wrong.
You know, Seinfeld always says the audience will tell you, right? So
totally.
The audience are saying they like that.
They like it.
Well, when he did a special or something, and let's say somebody reviewed it poorly, he said it's too late.
Yeah, the audience has spoken.
Special,
right?
And they already agreed that they like it.
Yeah.
So, you know, you did a talk show. You were on late night. What's his name?
Colbert.
Mm-hmm. You come out, you get this really long applause. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Longer than most comedians get coming out.
Yeah.
And then you had a line like, I think that was overrated or something. I can't remember exactly what you said.
It was a little much. Yeah,
that was
something
your
like
line.
that. Yeah.
Really? Why did they clap so long?
You know, so the way
And I'm serious. I mean, it
No,
just
no,
seemed
it's a great-
longer than most comics, including really, really big famous comics get.
Yes.
They just went on and on with this.
Yeah, no, it
applause.
was odd. It was odd.
It was odd, right?
I think what happened was, the way Colbert filmed stand-up at the time, and now I don't think they do it at all. But at the time, they would do it where they would film 6 of us in one night.
Right.
So it was separate. It was a separate show. It was like Colbert wasn't there. The band isn't there. It's just like us doing stand-up on a stage.
With the audience.
With an audience. But there's no Colbert. There's no nothing. But they're
What
just...
did they come in for? The
They
audience?
came in to see you guys get to see the stand-up comics film their
Oh, but not
sets.
Colbert. They're not coming to see Colbert.
They're
Okay,
going to see
gotcha.
a Colbert taping.
I understand. Without Colbert. Okay.
I think we can say that the crowd was disappointed by what they got into, for sure. But they were embracing it. It's a cool. They really sold them on this. Is for most of us, it was our late night debut. It was a big deal.
It was for you. He said this is your first time
And that
on
was
national
true.
TV.
That was true. I came out and like, I don't know. I think they were really hyped up. I think I was second or third. And I think they were just really hyped up. And then I didn't step on them. I think everyone else comes out, how you doing? Thank you. And I just sort of let them go. And they really ran with it. But I think that's what happened. I think it was a bit of like them being hyped up and me not
That's funny.
cutting them off.
That's funny.
But I was...
Yeah, I mean, when I saw it, I thought, is this guy the biggest star in the world? Yeah. I mean, I've never seen anything like that.
No.
If Barbara Streisand went out, she would not get this applause.
So you don't even meet Colbert when you film Colbert.
Never met Colbert.
So if you have a killer set, it's not like Carson where he gives you the...
No, you don't get the there's no couch. But it was kind of nice. There's no couch opportunity.
No,
there's nothing.
He doesn't even come out at the end like Letterman and shake your hand.
No, nothing. If you watch it, he just goes, Danny Jollis, and then it cuts to me coming out, and he goes, that was great.
He does have some comics on that he will sit down with him.
So sometimes, yeah, but that's a different type of booking.
Yeah,
but they
sure.
also don't have any comics on anymore. They don't do stand up on Colbert anymore.
Right.
And
why is that? Do you know?
I don't know.
It was getting a bit too funny.
Yeah.
The show. So that I'm kidding.
Oh,
just
Colbert, you're a legend. Have stand-ups on
So when
every
you
late
want
night.
to book some gigs, all you have to do is just send the people that want to book you that opening where they just keep clapping and clapping, and don't show them any
And I go,
stand-up.
just don't watch the joke.
If this isn't enough for you,
If you don't agree, look at these people think.
Yeah.
What do you think? You know better than these people?
Come on, they seem excited. But yeah, it
These
was
people.
people. But yeah, it was. But yeah, I just let them go. I don't know.
It's funny.
yeah,
So-
you started off talking kind of. You didn't go right for the joke.
No.
No, you just. And I wondered about that too. I said, because I thought Colbert was sitting there. And I thought he's taking a little longer than normal. With Colbert sitting there, but then of course you got to it.
Well, but I was also. I mean that's what I love to do. I love doing long jokes.
Right.
As you said, between 6 parts. You see, like I like a
Yes, you
5-minute
do.
bit, and I like to live in it. So the downside of that is you have to. There's more track to lay. I have to lay track, and so this is like literally how I think of writing a joke. Is I go, we have to lay track. We can't just, if you just set a punch,
Right.
you don't have to worry about that. You just set up and punch it. So I have to lay track. So when I was working on the set with the booker, there was a great deal of concern about how slow it would potentially start.
Wow.
And the other problem with a long joke is if a minute into a long joke, the crowd doesn't like it, you're
stuck in it.
You guys are going to hate what's about to happen next because I'm not even close to done.
Right.
And that's so. I remember when you did it, because there were 6 others, I felt very confident in the set. I knew the set was good. I really believed in it. But they would take us around. We would do these shows, the 6 of us, and the booker. They love to change sets. Have you done?
They set up the shows for you.
Yeah, you know they like to. Hey, let's try this over here. Let's move this over here.
Danny, they set the shows up for you.
They set up shows.
Okay,
and she's there, and so, but I would do my own shows separate, where they were really good crowds, really hot crowds, and then she would do like late night at New York Comedy Club. So we do those. So I knew the set was good. I felt very confident in it, but I knew that at these late night shows in New York Comedy Club, a 1 joke 5 minute was just going to be very tough.
Very tough.
And so it was the same thing for 4 nights straight. We would do these late night, we would do these shows. I'd go on stage, bomb, pretty hard with my late night set. I would walk off stage, the booker, Jessica Pilot, the best. I'm so grateful for her. And she would be concerned. And she would go, and I'd say this every time I go, I feel so good. That was great. I feel so good. And she would go, you do? And I go, I feel so good. And she'd go, okay. Yeah. And she just trusted me that I felt confident. And she just said, okay. And I remember when I did it, because the set, I'm very proud of that set. And the set went so well. And I remember literally going backstage, her being like, that was so good. Like, she was caught off. I think she just sort of accepted it wasn't going to be a good one.
Wow.
And I was like,
she stuck with it anyway.
She just let me do it. I was so grateful. And other comics were really like, what do you think? Blah, blah. And I just was like, I feel good. And she was like, okay, I'm just going to let this guy run with it. And I feel like I got off one of the best, like one of the coolest late night sets.
It was terrific. And you did seem very confident.
I was.
Where does all this confidence come from?
So for my late night, I was so nervous. I mean, it's like I was so nervous and scared. And then the night before, I did a in the shower visualization where I was like, okay, I'm going to do the set. I'm going to picture it. I'd been to the stage before. I knew what it looked like. I was like, put yourself out there, do it. And I do the set in my shower. Right at the end, I remember my dad is going to be in the crowd.
I just doing the set in the shower got me.
Yeah. And
because I visualized you and I just started laughing.
For sure. Well, thank you.
Thank you. It's all right.
Thank you. I pictured my dad in the crowd.
Okay.
In the shower with you.
And I started to cry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, it's fine. Yeah. Well, because I thought because he was in the shower with me, and I was like, "Why are you there?" But no, I started getting really emotional. I was like, "Oh, this is really like, this isn't just nerves; it's emotion. It's a big emotional leap for me, and like, I'm not dead to that stuff." And so, I got out of the shower. I said to my wife, "I was like, we're in potential big trouble, because not just am I nervous, there's a chance I cry on stage." I was shaking like a leaf before I went on stage. I mean, just so nervous. I like did the thing of like, does someone have water? Like right before I went on stage, I went, does someone have water? Does someone have water?
Pasty.
I was just everything. Everything was nervous.
Been there.
And I was so scared. And it's not like it had been a great week. Like it was like I would say to her, like, I feel so good. But then she would walk away and I'd be like, Jesus, I mean, I'm bombing. I mean, I'm not immune to it. And they handed me the mic. They said my name. I walk out. Everything went away. It's fully in the pocket.
Wow.
Like, could not. There's a moment where I'm telling a joke and they're laughing, and I look up and the lights change. It changes. The ceiling changes colors at that theater. And I remember thinking, that's crazy. They change colors like that. It's so cool. And then in my mind, I went, boy, you are calm. Oh, boy, you are calm right now. That's crazy. We just took a break from the set to observe. I get out the last line. I finish, big laugh. And like, thank you so much. I walk backstage, bawl. Immediately started crying.
Wow.
And did not stop crying for about 3 days.
3 days?
3 days. I was bawling. Could not handle the amount of emotion I kept down. Ooh.
Wow.
That's terrific.
So no, I was not calm. So the point is, not that confident, was a mess, but got so calm on stage. And that was the beauty of it. And I've always had that. I'm a gamer. I am a gamer. This was always like the one fun fact about Danny. Is like, despite being kind of a nervous guy, whatever, even when I played sports, it was like, late in the game, I actually do want the ball. I like the ball.
Right,
I like
right.
the ball, and I don't know why. It feels off-brand that I would be good in that moment, but I like it.
That's your
Right.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your stuff is really written,
Yes.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mine too. Danny's too.
Yeah.
What's your process? Because when you have these 5-minute long stories, or things that take a little time, that's well thought out stuff.
Yeah.
You know where you're heading with it.
Oh, yeah. I want the audience to. I like to. It's the thing I'll say about like follow the audience, like the audience thing you said about like crowd work. I actually don't think that's fully accurate because I think in person audiences don't like that stuff. It's not fun to be there for a heckler. It's not fun to be there for crowd work, but they make great clips. But I actually disagree. I think that, and so for me, I go, I want my live audience to have the best time. And to me, when you tell a joke, better yet an hour, that feels like we did something.
Yeah.
That's the best
Accomplishment.
experience.
Huge.
Right.
So it's a lot of me really walking through like, not just why am I telling this joke? What's the purpose? What do I now? I'm at a point. This is like growth where now I'm like, what do I want the audience to leave thinking about?
You think about that?
Oh yeah, I'm working on this new one-man show thing that's like very based on what do I want the audience to feel at the end.
Do you do that?
No.
I don't do that.
Well, not with my stand-up, I don't. If it was a one-man show like you're talking
Yeah.
about, the answer would be yes.
No,
Right.
even with my stand-up, I want you to leave and really think about like what did we learn and what did we grow. And so it has been marriage, and so the second special was about don't trust don't trust people, don't trust good talkers. The marriage one is very very much about hey, let's embrace marriage and be proud of it. And if you're not married, don't be afraid of it.
Right.
And then this new one is, it's insane to say. It's humiliating to say this out into a microphone. It's about what makes us human.
Oh, that hurts.
And
And
what makes us human?
You got to see the show?
yeah, I will.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. I do not try to teach them anything.
I don't know anything, so if
Yeah.
I knew something, maybe I'd try to teach them.
But you
something.
do.
Yeah. No, I don't.
You do.
I don't know anything.
You know
Don't press me.
experience.
I don't even have that.
You have things to say.
I've never had an
I
experience.
just want them to laugh. And maybe a couple of times I throw in for them to know that I really love my wife. I will throw in, I love her and she's a great person and all that because I feel sometimes I'm punching. And without saying that, they'll think I was dead serious. So I want them to understand that. But to teach them, I have a one-man show that I wrote a while ago. I never really did it. I just didn't find the time or I didn't want to.
It's hell. I'm in the middle of doing the one-man show thing right now.
But all the good ones make you laugh.
But a
and
nightmare
cry.
time-wise.
Yeah.
Nightmare
Yeah,
time-wise.
I know.
I'm losing so much time to this thing that I will probably... God knows if I ever make a dime. Continue.
So, do you sit down and write? How does this work?
It's a lot of ranting, and then it's a lot of ranting. It's a lot of playing. If this is true, what else is true? If
You
I-
ask yourself those questions, you mean?
If I believe this and I have a good joke about this, I've come up with a good joke about this. What else is true? What else could I build off of that? And then at the later stages, you start doing the like the second special where it's the choose your own adventure and you choose my opinions, and it's really the final point was don't trust.
It's two different punchlines.
Yes,
The point was don't trust what?
so it was a special where
Explain to Knucklehead.
yeah, sure. So the special is you choose, and so you get to choose my opinion.
Yeah, that I know. But
So love or hate David Blaine, love or so spoiler alert, if you get to the ending, I revealed to the crowd. The crowd did not know what I was doing. And I go, yeah, none of these opinions were real or they were. Because I can lie to you. It's very easy to lie to you. And it leads to this big final joke about what really, like, how an opinion is formed and what it is. And it's a defense of transgender rights, basically, at the end. But me going, but here's why I believe this. And I do something called show your work. And I do like a math equation of like, here's how I got to this. And the way I think about that is I go, do you study? I study magic a little bit. I don't actually do it, but I like their structure. I think they have a really cool structure.
Where do you study it, on YouTube?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I learned just about and so they do a prestige at the end.
What's the prestige?
The prestige is the final part of a magic trick.
Ta-da.
Where you go, you know, we're gonna guess a card. I'm doing this card, and it's an amazing trick. And then at the end, I go, and by the way, I have your watch. And you go, son of, and then you go, and the watch is up there, and you go, and the whole thing, you're like, oh my god, that was the big trick. The whole time I thought we were doing this card. The card was nothing.
Right.
The card was nothing.
Mislead.
And so I go, what's my prestige? I like to think about the prestige. What's the prestige of this special? What's the moment where you go, oh, that's what we were doing, and that's what that special had. And some argue a colossal failure, that special, but I do. I stand by. I stand by. It was beautiful. And this next one is what happens in a year. There's a big prestige at the end. There is a. You will, if you watch it, you will go, and he prestiged.
I like
whether you like
how
it or don't.
experimental all these things that you're doing are, and how different they are. You know, like it seems like you have very creative ideas about what to do, and you're always doing different things with the comedy art form, but you're manipulating it in different ways for every special, and trying these different ways to package something. You know?
I said this on a podcast the other day, and I just it was like this moment where we were talking, and I just said, I love stand-up comedy. I love it so much, and I just want it to be the best it can be, and I just want to try to make it better. And if I can make this art form a little bit better, that would be that's all I want. I love it. I love the art form.
Yeah, so do I.
You know, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best art. It's the most real art form of them all.
By the way, I'm going to disagree, but you'll understand, of course, because when you say that special was a colossal failure, of course it wasn't, right?
Yes.
Right.
Go on.
No, you know what I'm saying.
I have trouble with it. An emotional. It is. We're working through it.
Well, because it was money, you didn't make the money. Was it a failure?
It didn't. I thought it was something where I really went. I did something that is so unique and different, and then because of a couple factors out of my control, just a lot of people didn't see it. It just kind of got lost.
Okay, but that's
been everything I've ever done.
Well, totally. But it hurt, and so I'll always just be a little bit like it was. You know what it was? It was a moment where I went, I'm going to swing for the fences.
Yeah.
And it was just one where I was like, and it felt like I could, like we made it. It was good. Like it felt like I connected. And then it was just a thing where I was like, fly ball.
So you didn't feel it was as good as you would like to have been?
I just wanted more people to find it, and it just hasn't. But
was that your fault because you didn't do enough legwork after it was made?
Maybe.
I wrote a book, and I gave it everything I had, and it did well. It didn't do great, but I was very happy I wrote it, and the growing experience was phenomenal.
And for that, I'm grateful for it.
And probably if you didn't do that special, you wouldn't have been led to these other ones.
That's true. And, look, I think it's a very unique thing, right? To be like, because it's so rare someone chases their dreams, right? To do what we want to do for a living.
Yeah.
And then even rarer that you go, I'm going to take the biggest swing. I'm going to do this swing. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to do this special that and I'm going to put money into it. I'm going to put time into it. We're going to take the swing.
Yeah.
And no one tells you the feeling of when you do the big swing and then you're like, didn't really. You're always told take the big risk, do the big thing.
Yeah.
And no one walks you through now sometimes you're going to do that and then you don't really make contact with the ball. And it does...
There's no documentaries on that.
Yeah. It's a weird feeling to be
Just look at Babe Ruth's stats.
Yeah.
He took the big swing every time, and he struck out more than anybody.
It's true. And so I still believe it's maybe it's this next one, maybe it's the next thing, but I'll always take the big swing, and I'll keep doing it.
Sometimes it takes some time to find you, in general.
I think that special will have its moment. I really do believe that's...
How old are you?
Don't worry about it. 38.
It's too late.
Yeah, that's my son.
I'm not going to find you now.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, 38's great. That's a perfect time for stand-up.
I agree. I think stand-up is a very unique thing where I literally told someone, I was like, it's like football players, it's 27. It's kind kind of when you want to be hidden.
Yeah.
I'm like, stand-ups, I'm like, I think it's about 43.
Because you have a point of view now. You have a point of view of
Yes.
philosophy in life. You've done a lot of things.
I love my first special, like 6 parts. I love it.
Yeah.
But I do look at it and I'm like, I'm such a better comic now than I was then, and I am in many ways grateful. Nothing yet is. I haven't had the monster explosion yet,
Yeah.
and in some ways, I'm very grateful. I'm like, I think
It could happen too early for some people. Some guy said to me exactly what you just said. The other day, I did a show in Palm Springs, and a guy came over to me and said, you know, I saw a lot of your early stuff. You are so much better now than you were then. And I said to him, that is one of the nicest things anybody's ever said.
You know, I so agree. I to me, I go, it's.
Yeah, I also agree. I didn't like your early stuff at all. I'm kidding. It's
Tell him
great.
to stop it. Tell him to stop it.
Listen, we're having this is a conversation. I said this to a comic who is now doing really well, but he was a comic. I guess I don't know. This comic named Alec Flynn.
Okay. I
Who's
don't know him. But
very, very funny. Very, very funny.
okay.
And I saw him in Denver. He was funny. He was really fun, like just a funny young dude, funny, unique perspective. But whatever. How many funny people? I see so many funny people. A year later, I came back to Denver, and he went on stage, and he was 10 times better.
Wow, nice.
And I said, buddy, you got it. Like, I just never see that. It's so rare I see somebody growing like you are. Like, I was just so excited by him, and his career has reflected what I saw there. But it wasn't because he was. I think people often think great comics, they're just born with it. And it's like,
it's
no,
so
it's
nice
about that growth.
To
No, they're
see
not.
that growth, like what you're saying. I have a friend, a young comic. His name is Bo Bigelow, and I'll give him a shout out. I saw him coming up here in L.A., and I knew immediately that this guy is going to be. He's going to be a star. And I went to New York recently. I performed on a show with him, and he progressed about 20. I wouldn't say no. He progressed about like I'd say 6 years in like 5 months.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Like he's just.
You too. I've told you that. How
Me?
much better you are now than, I mean, not
Well,
that
you didn't put it like that. You used to. He used to say you're terrible. You're terrible. Now he says you're less terrible. You're less.
No, I said you were horrible, and now you're terrible.
Okay.
That's what I said. So let's get it straight.
No.
No, you are so much, and not that you were bad then, but you were finding your way.
Yeah.
And now when you go up, we've done a couple of shows together. We did that Passover show, and we did the one a couple weeks ago where you took me down to that place. And
I thank you. First of all, thank you for the compliment.
stand-ups can do that. They can keep getting better and better if they're willing to work at it.
Oh, it's amazing. You watch. There's so many comics who I love. Who I'm like. I remember when I first saw this person, they were fine, and it can happen so quickly where you're like out of nowhere. You're like, whoa, when did they get this good out of nowhere?
Put a
it
new
feels
engine
like.
on them.
Yeah,
I felt like when I started in New York, I developed a style, whatever. And then I moved out here and I completely fundamentally changed as a person. I changed in philosophy, personal philosophy, theologically changed in so many ways that my old act didn't suit me. And I had to throw it away and rebuild from the beginning. I felt like I had started all over from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And I had to find a whole new way to do it, which was kind of very tough at the time, but now kind of exciting because I feel like I'm hitting a stride in a new way.
Yes.
So, you go through these things, and I kind of think that's a great thing because, I once interviewed Larry King, and I asked him why he had 7 wives, and he said, "Well, he said,
bold question."
He said, when you're 20, he goes, you're a different person. When you're 30, you like different things. You have different. Now, I don't agree with him that you need to reset your marriage and who you're with because your interests change, but it is, I think, a good idea for stand-ups. I think because as we change, our act should reflect that too.
Yes.
And but it's hard, but it's rewarding. I think
so too.
I don't know.
And I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think that, and it isn't that those first jokes didn't help. It's not that, you didn't start over. You had years of figuring it out.
Yeah.
But I think we do. I mean, I'm doing stuff on stage right now that I would be, not just like, would I be, it's like hard to know if you'd be impressed or if you'd be like, early me would be like, what are we doing? We're telling a big point. Just tell a joke.
Right.
But now I'm like, it's not who I am anymore.
That's if Laurence Olivier from Marathon Man was talking to you.
Yes.
You go, just tell a joke.
Tell a joke,
Just
my
tell a
friend.
joke, my friend.
Yeah.
Enough with the thinking. Just tell a joke.
Yeah.
Before you bring a piece out, how formed and how much of it do you know?
Oh, like a new joke?
Yeah,
Or-
a new piece. Yeah. Whether it's a minute, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. How much do you know? How much you have memorized already?
A good amount, but I'm definitely gonna. I definitely have to. I will say is I clunk hard.
What does that mean?
I come out clunky.
Right, when you first bring it out.
It's a disaster.
How does that do for you?
Bad. I mean, it's hard. It's hard for me. It is a thing of like I have to really sneak my way through new jokes and throw them in the middle and really hope nobody spots it and just kind of go because I'm very like self-conscious about it. But I will. Yeah, I can be clunky on stage sometimes. There's just no other way to get the jokes off, and so yeah, it's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling.
If your wife was coming to see you, would you risk dying on stage that night in front of her?
Oh, bomb in front of her?
Yeah.
I try not to. I try not to because she really she doesn't watch a ton. She doesn't really she's over it.
Right. Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. It's, to her, it's like a circus act now. She's like, it's all ropes and the tricks. It's none of it's real.
Ropes and blimps. Maybe because you called her a blimp.
Yeah, she's like, but even that, she's like, that's a classic Danny. What's he doing? He's doing the long jump. Like, she just knows she knows my structure so well that she's like, but she'll always say, she's like, I hate when you're writing a new hour. Hate watching you.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because you're not tight. She's like, it's not tight yet. It's not good. She's like, you I watch you and I'm like, yo, no, because it does. It starts really fat. I start really fat and then I have to really trim it down.
Yeah.
But I'm just so fat out of the gates.
We don't get a lot of people in the Danverse on this show. You know, I'm in the verse.
Of course.
You're in the verse. So
A Wonderful World.
So I feel very strongly about the name. What are your thoughts?
What are you talking about?
Being a Daniel, a
Oh,
Danny.
Danny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you were born Daniel, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel.
So I think Daniel is one of the best names to be born because you get a choice.
Right.
You basically got to give your kid a choice of, you have 3 options.
Daniel, Dan.
Yep.
Danny.
Yep.
Daniel, Dan, Danny.
Daniel, Dan, Danny.
Yeah.
And I think it's really fun, and I think you can really...
And they're interchangeable. You can be a Dan someday.
You can make a change, but it's hard. At a certain point, you kind of got to lock it in. So, you can kind of, through life, you get your, high school to college. If you really want to make a shift, now's the time. College to whatever. If you switch entire, I have friends who,
Were you always Danny?
Always.
See, I was Daniel until around 6th grade. Switched to Danny. And then, like I told you, I fundamentally changed. I switched back to Daniel about 10 years ago. I'm loving life as a Daniel. First of all, it's the most pretentious form of the name.
Yes.
So I like that.
But the most pretentious is harsh. I think it's the most, I always say, Daniels are businessy. We're a little more focused. We're a little more,
I think it's the most spiritual form of the name because it's got the L, which means God in it. Daniel means God is my judge.
Oh.
So before I had the God in it, I was just telling people to judge. So I was just like, no, only God.
Oh.
Nobody else can
Where's
judge.
Where's God in Daniel?
The L.
I didn't know that.
So if you're Dan, you're just is my judge. Who? God.
How is the L God?
That's the name of God. El.
L. Okay.
Like El Shaddai. You
El
know?
Chapo.
No. Well, maybe.
No,
I don't
it's
know
a
what El
son.
Chapo would
It's a
mean in
son,
Hebrew,
people.
but I wanted to bring God back into my life and back into my name, so I put Daniel instead of Danny.
By the way,
But-
there are no songs that I know of with my name, Mark, but there's many Dan, Daniel, and Danny
Oh,
songs.
yeah. We're...
Daniel, my brother, Elton John.
Daniel, go ahead. Continue on.
You are older than me. Oh,
No.
you wanted more examples. I know. You didn't
You
want me
must
to
know
sing.
a few other Daniel.
Oh, Danny Boy.
Danny Boy.
Yep. Chumbawamba was a big one for us.
Which was that?
Chumbawamba, Tub Thumping. Oh, Danny Boy.
Oh, yeah.
And that came out, big moment
That's
for
right.
me. Big hit for us in the Danny world.
The rock band, the band has the song Daniel?
I had a short-lived show where I only interviewed people whose name was Dan.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Daniel. It was called Dan's Across the Universe.
Yeah. There was it's a great premise that's gonna run out fast.
It wasn't that. I could have kept going forever with it because you don't have to be a showbiz Dan. It could be any Dan.
Sure.
Or a Daniela or a Danica.
But that means you're hunting people down.
We're all hunting people down.
That's so true. Let's forget that.
We're all hunters, aren't we? But I do think there's a special fraternity amongst the Dans.
Yes.
I do.
And I think that the fact we get to pick our name, I think really, like, particularly when you meet like another Danny and you're like, oh, why'd you do Danny? I know why I did Danny. Why'd you go Daniel? Like, there's a choice that I think bonds us all of. We have a little bit more movement.
Of course, the most casual is the Dan.
Most casual is the Dan.
Just get it out of the way quick, fast, Dan,
they
done.
tend to be a little more wild. A little bit more wild child. A little bit more, living life.
You got a middle name?
Yeah, Elliot.
No.
Yeah.
I got a cousin Elliot.
If you
I like
believe-
Elliot.
Oh, it's fine.
The movie Billy Elliot?
Sure.
Yeah.
Last point on this. Did you ever meet a Dan? We'll call them Dans. Did you ever meet a Dan or any form of Dan that you didn't like?
Yeah.
Really?
Dans are usually my biggest adversary.
Really?
Dans tend to be a little bully sometimes. They can be a little aggressive.
No kidding.
Yeah, you meet a finance bro in our world, it's always going to be a Dan.
Dan, tough.
Yeah, they're always going to be a Dan.
You
Every
been
single
to
time.
Dantana?
The steakhouse, right? What is it?
No, it's an Italian restaurant, Dantana.
I don't know if I have.
Very famous Italian restaurant.
Here?
Yeah.
I gotta go.
So.
I gotta go. I'm a,
Danny will treat you.
what's this?
Let me your card.
That's so kind. Thank you. What's the steakhouse that I go to that's like when I want to like celebrate something old timey?
Here?
Yeah, here. The famous one.
Ruth Chris?
No. Yeah, no.
Chris Ruth?
Chris.
No, I know, it's terrible.
I
I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm actually a vegetarian.
Vegan.
Boy, you are disciplined.
I am disciplined, but
Boy,
I have
oh
nothing
boy.
against steak and murdering animals. That's not my...
He doesn't
Okay,
have.
as long as you don't judge.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have meat. He doesn't have alcohol.
Yeah.
Doesn't have dairy.
Okay.
Doesn't have sex. He doesn't have any of the things.
By the way, I thought of a joke. I got to write it down after, which when you were saying... You know when you get off stage, people go, how do you remember all that? Mm-hmm. Right? You won't
Right.
get that.
Oh, of course.
I was thinking, after sex with my wife,
Yeah.
after the orgasm, I would say, how do you remember all that?
It's funny.
That's funny. That's a good joke.
It is a good joke, and I just thought of it here when we were talking about this. And,
I'll take a little credit.
No.
Okay.
Looking for a writing credit?
I just felt like I
Singers
like
can do
good.
that.
I was like, I'm not looking for a writer credit. It's just informal. A little bit of something.
Singers can do that. They can go, I want to thank, Roger Hammerstein for that great title, but I can't do that joke and go, I don't want to thank Dan Jollis for, no.
Danny Jollis kind of sneezed near me when I thought of this, so I do have to give him a little bit of a shout out. A little bit of a shout out.
What's your favorite song from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend?
Oh, great question, man. I mean, there's so many, but You Stupid Bee, I think, is like beautiful. I think, and like really explains something in a way that like I love the songs. This Is the End of the Movie. Mm-hmm. Is like one that I'm like.
Could you get Zach Sherwin, Jap Rap Battle?
The Jap Rap, but though I love those songs. Mm-hmm. My favorite songs of Crazy Girlfriend are the songs where you're like, this. It's like kind of like my stand up where I'm like, this is the end of the movie. Explains a feeling I've been trying to explain my entire life in a song, and it like hits you so hard, and you're like, wow, that is an emotional feeling I've been trying to wrestle my entire life, which is like, the life isn't a movie. There is no big ending. And like that, yeah, I love that song. I love You Stupid Bee. And then like on a personal level, any group number I got to be a part of because it was just so fun. And everybody was like, it was such a us as a team having to come together because there was the budget for that show was so much less than people realized. So you would be like, it'd be like day before, and they'd be like, okay, we're filming this tomorrow. Here's the dance. And we all would just be like, we got to figure this out as a team. And like Kat Burns, the choreographer, would just work with us. So those, like Where's Rebecca Bunch? Where's Rebecca Bunch is a really special personal one for me because it was the start of season 3 and it was kind of the first time that I was like, oh, I think I'm a part of this. Like I think I'm seen as a part of this now in the writers, and like that was a big deal for me. It was like, and it was I just remember like thinking that was the coolest.
Are you still going out for auditioning?
All the time.
Are you a good auditioner?
Do we even audition anymore?
Right. How does it work?
Or do we just send in tapes? Yes, I do audition. I love auditioning.
I'm a young actor or something. I want to know how it's done. You know,
we send in self-tapes now.
Do
Mostly.
they send you sides first?
Yeah. So they send you sides, and they go do this scene, and then you.
A side is some dialogue that.
Yes.
Between you, right.
So it's a scene. If it's a, so I'm in. When does this come out?
About a month.
Okay. So at this very moment in our life, tomorrow I'm in Elsbeth, the CBS show that is coming. I'm in an episode that's coming out.
Elsbeth.
Yes.
What is that?
It's a CBS show, procedural, starring Carrie Preston. Very good.
And you're on tomorrow.
And I'm on it tomorrow.
Okay.
And I filmed the episode a while ago, but it was a rare pure audition scene. So it was one that. So this is a audition. This is the classic way you do it. I get an email. They say they want to see, which means, you know, you're one of X number of people they're willing to have send in a tape. They send you the way Young Act works. You're gonna get a scene or two of this character, and you now have to make a tape. So you're gonna face a camera at you, and ideally you want your friend right there, and I'm going to do the scene, and I'm gonna kind of, in a sense, almost audition like how we used to, but now alone. And I'm going to show them how this character would act and what he would do. And sometimes, if I think I don't have a good shot at it, I'm going to go really big and I'm going to really show them a very specific version. And other times I go, actually, this kind of fits me, so I'm just going to do me, and I'm just going to show them me. And you send in that tape, and then sometimes they book you just off that.
So if it's a scene between two people, who's doing the other half?
So I would have a friend of mine over there, and they're reading, and so they read the other side, and that's my eye line, and so, but it's the camera's only on me, and we never cut away from me.
Right. Are you off book, off pages?
So
were you holding the pages in your hand?
So Mark, I yearn for auditions in person because of this, because it used to be you had the pages in hand, but you had to really work. There was a bit of, you know, stand-up. One of the best things about stand-up is if you're not working hard, the comics that are working hard will beat you, and I like that.
Yeah,
I think it's important that the comics who work hard win.
Yeah,
and then the internet changed that for comedy a little bit, where now it's like that's kind of actually the people who just are like the biggest influencers. I'll use the nicest word. They're better at that. They actually win now.
Right.
And it's almost kind of doesn't matter how good they are at stand-up.
When they get hired to do an hour,
it falls apart.
Yeah,
but sometimes it's too late.
Yeah,
you know, and also. Well, it's a hanging in person. They'll clip it back up. They'll put it online,
right,
and people go,
seconds.
"Oh my god, it's great!" And they go, and you go, "No, it was terrible." So, does any of it matter? Same thing has happened in acting, right? Where we used to have to audition in person. The bet I make with any casting director is I go, give me a friend of yours who you would never want hired, right? Like if one of you is a terrible actor, terrible, should never be on a set, and you give me 2 hours to make a self tape with you. Well, we're gonna make a great self tape. I know how to get you. I'll get you there. It's easy.
Right.
We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna give you a bunch of lines. I'm gonna hold. So if I want to cheat, I'm gonna hold a computer up where you would actually be looking at me, and it's gonna have the sides, and you're gonna be able to read exactly your lines, and it's gonna look like you're looking at me. So we'll cheat it.
Yeah,
we can cheat everything. We can cheat the entire process.
Yeah.
And when you used to go in person, it was much more like,
sure,
can you act? We're going to find out.
Right.
And my bet with that in cast director is like, you'll never spot the self-tape. If you send it to your assistant and say which one has no clue how to act, they'll never spot it.
Wow.
But if they had to go, if I had 2 hours and then you went in the room, not a chance, you would know within 5 seconds. They'd fall apart. Like you wouldn't even come close.
Right.
So the whole world's a lot scammier now.
Does your wife read with you if there's a woman's part?
On occasion, but I try to avoid it. She is not a good scene partner. Very negative energy.
Good life partner, bad scene partner.
Oh, does not like doing self-tapes with me. A lot of A lot of her going, why don't you look over the lines, learn them,
My wife
and then
does
I'll
that
come back
too.
and I go, why don't you understand that my charm is my...
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Sidney Lumet, the director? Do you know his work?
Yes. What are the big movies? But I know the name.
So he
My
did.
phone's
Oh my God! Where am I just right now?
Are you a fan of Sidney Lumet?
Yes, I am. I'm reading a book on tape now.
You can't
a
do that.
biography of him, and
You're listening to a book on tape.
he spent about 20 years studying acting before he became a director.
It's great. Those are the best. Those are the best directors.
Yeah,
the best directors.
unbelievable, including the Yiddish theater, and then he was in with Strasberg, and he studied with.
That's what I studied.
What made you decide to listen to this tape? A book on tape, rather.
I had a long drive ahead of me. I needed a book to listen to. I didn't want to listen to a podcast that day. And I belonged to two different book clubs. Libby, which is a free library book club.
Yeah,
And
I got the Libby app.
yeah. It's fantastic.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
So I just put in, showbiz biographies, and his came up, and also Richard Avedon, the photographer, came up. I'm going to listen to that next.
Oh, wow.
I like to listen to people who did so well, and I know how hard they worked, and I want to hear about their work method.
I studied Strasberg. I studied the method.
Over here,
at
up on
NYU
Santa
when I
Monica
was at
Boulevard?
NYU. No, at
But
New
NYU,
York. When I was,
yeah.
I went to. That was my.
He did study with Strasberg.
No. But his wife was there, and
Mrs.
then
Strasberg.
Mrs. Strasberg, Anna
Strasberg.
Strasberg. But then,
Did you like his acting in The Godfather?
yes, I thought he was great. I think it's very odd. I think it's hard because he's literally built up as like kind of the godfather of acting.
Yeah.
So then you see him in these scenes, and he's good.
I'd give $1 million to be able to pee again.
To what?
He says to Al
Yes.
Pacino, I'd give $1 million if I could pee again.
And like, but that's the thing is like it's almost impossible for him to be a good enough actor. For
Right.
It to,
Because you're
it
watching
puts
him as this should be the greatest performance
This is the
you've
guy.
ever
This is the guy who taught him how to act.
He taught Al Pacino,
He
he
taught
taught
Al
Robert
Pacino
De
how to act.
Niro, he
He's
taught
acting
Marilyn
with him.
Monroe.
Yes.
All these guys and gals.
And then he's in a scene. He's really good, but you're
Yeah.
like, is that the this is.
I feel that Al Pacino in those scenes with him is just his adoration. He's just looking at him going,
Oh, he's the. I mean,
I'm looking at.
Strasberg is like, particularly when you're in the throes of it. Like when I was there, I was like, this.
Did it help you to study the method?
Yes. I unfortunately, like, not unfortunately. Someday I hope my career gets me back in the drama world. I don't do a ton of method when it comes to a lot of what I audition for, which is like wacky, goofy, idiot. Unfortunately, it just doesn't. There's not a ton, but yeah.
So you're a deep guy. It's an interesting thing. Most of the things you will be sent out on until you become at a higher level, which you will be one day, is going to be goofy lines.
Totally.
And that's hard for a guy of your depth, isn't it?
Nah, I can do it. Of
course you can do it. It doesn't bother you to be.
Listen. We talk about my deepness with like comedy, but it's like, to be clear, if you don't have punchlines, you're not doing stand-up comedy.
Right.
I like making people laugh.
I know you do.
There's a reason I'm here. I'm happy to play the goof. Someday, do I want to be in a dramatic thing? Yes. And I've come close a couple times. Elsbeth, I got to have one scene where I was a little bit less. Actually, Elsbeth was not like super silly, and that was really cool. For me, just on an acting level, I was like, all right, we're just kind of acting. It wasn't.
What plays would you like to be in? If you could be in any 3 plays.
Oh, I mean, anything Mamet. So you could just put all of Mamet.
Sure.
Just chuck it there. I'd love to do anything of his. I would love. Boy, great questions.
I'd like to meet Mamet.
I know, me too. I mean, his writing is so amazing. Same with Sorkin. Anything Sorkin ever,
Sorkin, too.
I would kill.
Politically, both opposites.
Yes.
Sorkin and Mamet, 2 sides of the fence.
But they both know how to write some dialogue. Boy, do they know dialogue.
Boy, do they know dialogue.
So then it's like, and then from there, someday I would love to do a Shakespeare something that would be really cool. I would love that. And then I'm trying to think of a really good play.
Arthur Miller, of course.
Arthur Miller, of course. But, that stuff, I will say sometimes that, oh, yeah, but you know what? As I said, I was like, nah, I disagree with myself. No, Yeah, like
Anything Joseph Papp
I was going
did.
to say like Death of a Salesman.
What about like Neil Simon stuff?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean of course, but that stuff I'll say is a little bit easier for Danny. Like you know, I can do, and not that I wouldn't love to be in like The Odd Couple or something.
Yeah.
But it's a down the middle versus like if you're like anything, it's like man, it would be so exciting and it'd be hard for me. It'd be a challenge.
So it like I saw Peter Falk, great dramatic actor in The Prisoner of Second Avenue on Broadway.
Yeah,
It was unbelievable.
it's so cool. I mean, what
I got a great Shakespeare joke for you. Just remind me of Shakespeare. I'm going to tell you a joke.
Let's hear it.
So it's the stand-up comedian always wanted to do a serious play. All his whole life he wanted to do something. And he had some money. He decided, so he mounts Shakespearean play, puts his own money into it. Opening night, the audience is sitting there. He comes out, he starts giving the monologues, and 2 people get up, and another person gets up, and they all start leaving. 5, 10 people. Finally, there's like 3 people left. He just goes, "Hey, I didn't write this crap."
It's good.
Very funny. It's true. I mean, Shakespeare feels old. It's like I would do it, but I am also I don't like how much Shakespeare is produced. I
Yeah.
think it's overproduced at this point.
And they get very experimental with it. You got a joke for us before we put this to sleep?
Jesus Christ, we're doing the you got a joke?
You got a joke too, Danny?
Got a joke?
Is that a thing? We
Hey, pal, you got a joke? You're
Yeah,
from New York.
geez,
You
who is
lived
he?
in the village.
We're-
You know pizza. What's your favorite pizza place in New York? Don't tell me Ray's.
No, so I'm gonna say
You were near John's,
yeah,
which was on Houston Street.
great.
Brick Hole Oven,
Of
whatever.
course. I mean, it's like all the classics there, and I would probably say. So John's is the one probably I'm like I love, and you can put all those kind of in the same category. But then, this is an unpopular opinion, but it just hit me at the right time. Artichoke pizza.
I knew you were going to say artichoke pizza.
Came out.
When you said unpopular opinion,
It's-
Mike should have
Is
interrupted
that
you.
artichoke crust or
No,
artichoke?
there's a place called Artichoke Pizza. They
This-
put like almost like a.
It's gimmick. It's a gimmick.
It's like
It's
a
a
cream
gimmick pizza.
sauce and artichokes, and all the comics used to go there all the time. And I knew you were going to say it. I mean,
it's a gimmick pizza. You would hate it. You would say this isn't New York
it's
pizza.
Not it's not
and
a
it's
really.
not.
It's not
And-
a pizza.
And that's why I go. Look, I'll say all the ones.
But
you
it
think.
is. It was good, but it wasn't pizza really.
Oh no,
It was like
that-
some kind of other
Well, no, they're-
soupy bread.
Your Honor, their crab slice is really good.
Wow.
Their regular slice is good. The artichoke slice is a different thing.
It's not pizza. It's good, but it's not pizza.
It's the best, but it's not pizza.
Right.
And it can't be held in a different category.
Favorite diner, New York.
Ooh, it's funny. I actually have stronger diner opinions out here.
What do you got out here?
Oh man, I mean, we used to go to Fred 62.
Where's that?
So much Los Feliz.
Still there?
Fred 62 and House of Pies. We used to trade off those two.
House of Pies. I used to hang in a lot with my buddy Matty Goldberg.
They used to have 4 and 20 pies
You know
in
Maddie,
the village.
right?
You remember 4 and 20 pies?
No.
That was a big place in the village. They had like all they sold were pies, and they had like 20 different varieties every day. Of these.
I worked at a diner when I was a young man. I worked at the Silver Diner, Tyson's Corner, Virginia.
Wow.
What'd you do, waiter?
Yeah, it's good.
Did you carry the little tub with the dishes in it? To, you know,
No,
when you,
never had to do that stuff.
Did
Just
you?
had to-
I was a waiter. Yeah,
Did you carry the tub?
I did carry the tub.
I never carried the tub. I never carried the
The
tub.
great tub. The great tub.
I never did the big platter. I was a real don't be a hero when it came to
You
taking.
ever drop anything?
No, because I was a don't be a hero guy.
Oh, so you just brought what you
I
could
would take
carry?
out what I could. and I
They're
you
like
do the
saying,
arm?
"Hey, how come
No.
this guy Danny's not working? Hey, I'm a don't be a hero guy.
These guys would do the 20 on an arm.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
amazing. And then once a week,
Can you
they-
bring the dishes in? I'm a don't be a hero guy. Just leave me alone. I'm sitting in
once
the-
every 2 weeks, they're dropping all of them, and I'd go, "Why are we being heroes here? What is it? An extra 20
Can you,
seconds?"
can you do a dish once? I'm a don't be a hero,
Hero
guy.
guy.
Quote me. Don't be a hero.
So you don't seem like the type of guy, neither do you, that likes to humiliate people.
No.
Right.
No.
But if somebody drops something in a restaurant that's working, do you clap?
Mazel Tov is a classic
So
laugh
that's
line.
humiliating the person.
No, I think that's a sweet.
Oh,
I think
come
that's
on.
actually sweeter.
Really?
You're trying to make them feel better about
Yeah,
the fact that
mazel
they're
tov,
clumsy
yeah.
or whatever, you know.
Oh, really? So they would rather hear the whole restaurant applaud them like this?
Well, it's
when they
better
drop
than
a
somebody yelling.
$42 steak.
What are you, an idiot?
Yeah,
I mean, what are you
what are
supposed to
you
do?
Or
Or
somebody
food.
left something over when you were a waiter. Did you eat it in the back like the rest of the waiters?
no.
Because I worked in an Italian restaurant, and somebody would leave over half a steak. So the waiter they would bring it back, and they put it back in the grill, you know, to
burn
kill
off the germs?
Oh well, you are. That's
bacteria
a
from
better.
this
Well, that's a better
herpes
situation.
infected human being that was eating this
Yeah.
thing, and then they would all eat it like some filthy, disgusting
Yeah, no.
animal pulling
Oh
at
my
the fat.
But that's
Then
actually.
the guy comes back and says, "Did you wrap that up to go for me?"
I said to go.
Yeah.
That's actually a very like. That's a very civilized way to eat the leftovers. I never really ate the leftovers. I was always too afraid, and the kitchen staff was not doing that for me. They liked me. I never sold them I never threw them under the bus that they knew of.
Did you ever rush to cook to get the meals out for you?
Constantly, because you're like, guys, you know, sometimes, you know, we're working on
Boy,
tips here.
boy.
We're working on tips. Gotta get them out. What are you doing? And you know, but I would also always do but the one thing we had at Silver Diner that I would is they had great biscuits.
Biscuits.
Oh,
Great
good biscuit.
biscuits.
Everybody likes a good biscuit.
It was a good biscuit, but here's
My dog likes biscuits.
Yeah.
Here's the
Everybody
thing:
likes
is
different
so people would come in all the time for the biscuits.
Yeah.
But this restaurant made a huge mistake where they would just cook a ton of biscuits and they put them in this huge thing. So it's up to us. If you said you liked the biscuits and you were at my table, I'm coming back with 2 more biscuits.
Wow,
and
that's
I'm going,
a tip.
and I'm going and I'd go tell nobody.
Don't know why you get it.
Get myself an extra.
You don't understand
My
nothing.
tips would be massive because of this biscuit.
You don't
I was
understand
giving away
me.
biscuits. They were losing so much money on biscuits when I was the
Right.
waiter. I was giving away so many biscuits.
They keep crunching the numbers on a giant whiteboard in the back. I don't understand it. Why are these biscuit numbers not adding up?
Oh yeah, it was all me. I was throwing biscuits around left and right.
Yeah.
Favorite place to take your wife for dinner?
Ooh, new place opened down the street from us. Daisy in Sherman Oaks, new restaurant, phenomenal.
What do they serve?
Biscuits.
It's
Only
biscuits.
biscuits.
Elevated Mexican.
Sounds like a word that Humphrey Bogart would do well. Biscuits. Biscuits, sweetheart. Biscuits. It's biscuits for you,
What is
sweetheart.
what's elevated Mexican?
It's delicious.
Is Mexican like on a higher altitude?
Yeah.
This comes from the mountain, Mexican mountain food.
My
But yeah,
favorite Mexican joint was actually a very, realistic. I mean, great. You have to climb a fence to get into the restaurant. Hatita!
What's elevated Mexican?
Yeah, what is that, sir?
It's a little fancier. They're putting it's a little bit of a higher price point, but they really put in. They have like octopus taco that is like incredible. They have these like it's just really good, and it's a little fancy, but it's not crazy. It's what we like. Amazing. So it was started
Big portions.
big, good sized
Big-
portions.
small
But
plates.
Guacamole, they give you a lot of guac if you get the
you
guac.
get a lot of guac. You don't get enough chips, but they'll throw you more. But you have to kind of do the pathetic hey, can I get to my family? So you have to get a little bit of that. But fine, you get there.
You got. I don't know what happened to the chips.
Yeah,
You didn't bring them up.
would you just and you knew it wasn't enough, right?
Do you visualize the chip bowl when they bring it? Like this is not going to be enough.
So they do the thing where because it's elevated.
It's
So they
elevated.
do like the 5. They have the 5
elevated.
big chips. They do that where it's like 5 huge chips. So it's never enough.
I like elevated. I want things down to earth.
It was
Yeah.
started by you would like this place. This place is so good. Daisy, full rec.
What kind of name is that for a Mexican restaurant?
I don't
It's
know.
elevated. You don't,
I don't know.
you
They
don't understand
they told me
elevated.
They told me the story early. I forgot.
Goldberg's Mexican restaurant. It
I
doesn't
don't know.
work.
I don't know what to tell you. All I know is it's elevated.
It's elevated.
And they used to it's elevated. And they have like an amazing chef, and he started it with a bartender. So the two of them. So the drinks are also like very specific and very good. There's one that they like. It takes them so long to make. They put it in a can every day. So they make it that morning, but then they put it in a can to like keep it good. So you get in this can. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
Spectacular.
Why is it
Daisy.
in a can? Elevated.
Elevated can.
Elevated can.
Can elevates it.
I'll tell you, the guy told me the story. It was a tale.
Coffee house? Do you like any coffee houses? Do you take your computer and sit and
No, because I like to talk.
suck up a table for 3 hours?
I talk too much.
He talks to
Right,
himself.
he talks to
Sometimes
himself.
if I have to if I send a ton of emails and there's truly no creativity in the day, maybe.
Could
But
you sit at a table in a restaurant talking to yourself and switch from one side to the other of the table to have the conversation?
No, but I have done the thing where I've put in headphones and had my phone out and pretended I'm on a phone call and just been talking to myself.
Wow,
I've done that. That's my darkest point, and that's when if I'm really I just have to get out thoughts.
Did you
and I
enjoy
apologize.
yourself?
I had a lovely time.
Yeah,
Amazing.
What do you think of him as a
A human.
co-host?
Been a fan of his for a long time.
Mutually a fan of yours as well. We got to do a lot of shows when I first moved out to LA. We did a bunch of shows together.
Yeah.
I don't think we've done a show together in a long time, but
I saw you, but when did I see you last? I saw you at the Improv, right?
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Right.
anyway,
Yeah.
we like each other.
We like each other.
Danny, Daniel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was a pleasure getting to know you.
It was a pleasure
I
getting to
just
know
had
you.
a great time with you.
I appreciate it. You too.
Mark, you want to plug anything?
Well, we have 2 tickets for you to go to Israel tomorrow. My book, Why Not? Lessons on Comedy, Courage, and Chutzpah. My website, markshift.com. I'll be touring somewhere near you probably. And my Instagram, we think it's funny.
Danny?
You can see me live, please. So follow me on social media. TikTokers are taking our job. Punch Up Live. Danny Jollis has all my dates. More being added. When does this come out? A month from now?
Yeah.
I have no clue. There's dates. There's places. Come. Also, just started a podcast called Jolly Brew with Matthew Broussard. Please listen to that. It really helps.
Where is it?
Just start on all the places.
Okay.
On all the places you just see
Yeah.
the podcast.
Right.
And then please watch my specials, in particular You Choose on YouTube. And last but not least, I say this in every podcast. You ready? Stand-up comedy is like hockey. It is fun to watch on TV, but it is better in person. So please, whether we are coming to your city or not, look up your local comedy club. Look at the next 4 comics coming over the next month. Make sure you can find 10 minutes uninterrupted of one of them telling jokes. 10 minutes uninterrupted of stand-up comedy from one of them. Buy a ticket, go see live stand-up. You'll never stop going. It's the best art form on
Beautiful.
the
I
planet.
agree. Totally.
Love it. I've got comic books at fairenoughcomic.com. I've got a special on Amazon Prime Video called Reconquistador. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank
we think
you.
it's funny, and we hope you guys did as
Longest
well.
applause break in
And please
history.
follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. See you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. So long.